Hey guys, for today's video I'm filming my summer favorites, but I'm filming in a different location. I'm filming in our bedroom. Where I was filming was the nursery. It was getting too challenging. I'm not sure how the lighting is. I did buy like a sequin backdrop that I'm going to try when my husband gets back in town, so there might be a few videos like this. I'm just going to try to tinker around with it, but I hope I can make it work in here because it will make my life a lot easier. I should be able to film more if it works out in here, so we'll see, but be patient with me. And I'm so excited because I have a ton of favorites here. I feel like I haven't had this many favorites in a long time, and a big reason for that is because I have been doing my monthly makeup rankings. I will have that playlist linked in the cards, and I basically have my top picks for my rankings for the past 3 months here, as well as just some other repeat favorites. So let's just dive on in. The first product is a foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tint. I am a full coverage foundation girl. I do not like tinted moisturizers, but this is great. This is like a light medium coverage on me. This does work very well for my oily skin. It doesn't look dry on me. It stays in place pretty well, and I like this. I generally like more coverage. This is as light of coverage as I'm going to go. I don't know if I'd repurchase it. By the time I use it up, I'll be able to decide, but I'm really liking this. And I have the shade number 3, which works pretty well for me. When I first apply it, it looks a little bit dark, but after I put the rest of my makeup on, it works really well for me. So really enjoying that. And I know that the reviews have been pretty split with people's opinion on it, and it really works for me. So I'm so thankful that my friend Jean sent that to me. I'm bummed it didn't work for her, but I'm glad that it worked out well for me. Next is something that I didn't know if I was going to like or get the hype of, but I definitely do. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder. I have the shade 10 Porcelain. It is very fair and yellow. This has a light floral scent to it, which I don't love, but it's not terrible. It dissipates rather quickly, and I got some really great coverage with this. I've tried other powder foundations that I don't think give near as good of coverage as this one. Very good, and I definitely would say go in with a facial mist or a setting spray to help melt this into your skin. Put concealer on underneath, and if you do use this as a setting powder, you're gonna have like a really full coverage look. But I will probably try it out that way as well. But I really like using it on its own. It is a little powdery, but that's nice because it's picking up product. I recently tried the Pure powder foundation. I thought that was terrible, but this was very good. So super happy with those 2 complexion products. Next I have some cheek products. So I have a blush single and a blush palette, and a highlight single and a highlight palette. So starting with the blush single, this is the Buxom Wanderlust blush in Mykonos. It's a beautiful like pink tone coral shade. I really like the Buxom blush formula. I also have Dolly. I did recently pick up Seychelles. I haven't tried that one yet. These did go on sale during 21 Days of Beauty, so hopefully you guys were able to pick some up. I love this color. It is like a satin matte finish. It looks really pretty on the cheeks. It's very pigmented, but you can really pack on the color. So I think this would work well for a lot of skin tones because it's not too white based. Really enjoy these blushes. I would love for them to come out with more shades, especially because I feel like Buxom is really known for their glosses, and that's about it. So a lot of people love these blushes, so they should definitely capitalize on that. And maybe that's not the right word, but you know, like they should like pay attention to their consumers. And who knows, maybe it's just the YouTube people that love these, but like make some more, please. Some of the shades that they've released in their palettes, I would love for them to do in singles, and I'd probably pick up some of them, like the nude shades that they did with the White Russian palette. I have no interest in the shadows, but I would love to try the blushes. Then for my highlight single, it's actually a duo. This is the Ofra Steph Tom's Milk and Cookies highlight. I did not think I was going, it is scented, it smells very nice. I did not think that I was going to love this because I thought that this shade would be too dark for me, and it is a little bit, but I have worn each of the shades individually and I have mixed them together. I usually literally take my highlight brush right down the center and then apply it to my cheeks. The Ofra highlight formula is my favorite because it is so reflective, but it's not like super thick and chunky where it would accentuate texture. Like for me, like the Juvia's Place highlighters, a lot of glow, but it's a little thick, so it just, I don't know, I feel like it like sits on top of my skin. This looks so beautiful. This is probably my favorite Ofra highlight shade. I have others that I love as well. I love all the ones I have from them, but I really think this is my favorite over highlight. So Steph did such a great job with this duo. Love it. So then for my face palettes, they're both from Sigma. I think Sigma has done an incredible job last year and this year with their releases. Sigma does a nice job of like spacing them out, but coming out with enough things to keep us interested. They have sales all the time. I always get their products on sale, so I feel like Sigma is doing it right. And the first thing would be their Corday Rosa blush palette. These are similar shades, but they're all different. I think, especially to me, a blush fiend. So we have got, these two are shimmer finishes. The other four are matte. So this is like a lighter, brighter peach. This is more pink. This is darker, more red. This is more like dark muted orange. This is a light color. That's a darker color. They're both shimmer. So good. These are very pigmented. They blend nicely. I love the way that these look. I used all of the shades. I really like the shimmery blushes too. Again, they're not super metallic, so I don't think they're going to draw too much attention to texture, but I love them. I thought they look so beautiful. I love the packaging. I love how slim it is. I wish all face palettes were this slim. Benefit, I'm looking at you, but I really, really love that. I would definitely recommend that. And then something that I got from Look Fantastic, I'm so excited about. I've been wanting this, but it's a highlight palette. It is their Glowkissed highlight palette. Came out with the Ambiance collection, and normally a highlight palette would be a silly purchase for a fair person because you can't use that many shades. I can. So hopefully you can tell here that these all have different undertones, different depths. So these two shades here, this is more warm tone, like a yellowy champagne. This is more pink. So I can mix the two of those with any of these other shades and really get them to work well for me. These are very reflective highlights, but again, they're not too thick, so they don't draw too much attention to texture. Just like a superb formula. Absolutely love this. So next I have an eyeshadow single. This is also something I got from Look Fantastic. This is the Illamasqua Iconic Chrome Pigment, and this is in the shade Alluring. And Khaki did a video on these, and she said that they are not all created equally, but she really recommended this one. And this is, try not to spill it because mine came broken. It mushed back together really easily. This is a really pretty rose gold shade, but it's like a warmer rose gold. You guys know that I really love the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. I like the Hourglass Scatter Light Shadows. This is the same concept, but out of those formulas, I don't have anything that is actually a rose gold, even compared to the Hourglass shades, Ray and Reflect, that are similar. This is different. It's a little pinker, but not as pink as Aura. So this actually like is different than the others I have in my collection. A really nice formula. I am tempted to get more shades, but I don't know that I will. I need to watch Khaki's video again, but I really love this. Very pretty color, pretty formula. And if you want to pick up Illamasqua products, you can purchase them from Look Fantastic. Use the code 22Heather for 22% off. I will have the product linked down below. The code is not affiliate, but the link is affiliate, just so you're aware. So now I have 7 eyeshadow palettes. I've got some high-end, some drugstore, some indie. I've got it all. So this first one is a palette that I've shown I applied in a video earlier this month for you guys. It was my demo of the Sephora Favorites Fresh Face Refresh set. This is the Sigma Rendezvous palette. This was from the holiday, but it's still available at Nordstrom, so I will link it down below. It does come with a mini blending brush, and here's what the palette looks like. You get 2 matte shades and 4 shimmers, which is perfect for me. This is a great crease color for me and an outer corner color for me. Then I pair it with Anastasia Birkin as a transition shade. All 4 of these shimmers I've used. They go perfectly with those mattes. These shimmers are very foiled. They apply so well. I love those 2 matte shades and tones in there. Work perfectly on my skin tone, work perfectly with these shadows. I actually really love this palette. So mad it took me so long to get to it, but I'm very happy that it's still available at somewhere for you guys to get. So again, I will have that linked down below in case you're interested. I love Sigma's quality, and this is a beautiful palette. So happy I tried it, and I'm definitely reaching for it more. I'm sorry if there's any jump cuts. I'm kind of getting over a cold and my throat is rather dry, so it might be cutting out here and there. Next is a palette that I bought because of Emily Noel, and this is the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette. It does irritate me that this is smaller and skinnier than their other palettes. I don't mind the skinniness necessarily, but I hate like that it's just this small. I would like it to be the same size as the gingerbread palettes, the Sweet Peach, the chocolate bar palettes. I would like it to be that same size so that they all fit nicely in my drawer. This is so short that it gets kind of like lost with other palettes. But here's what it looks like on the inside. I used these two shades, the big ones, and lots of looks. You have a lot of mattes and a lot of shimmers in here. These like marbly shades are actually, they're not wet shadows, but they feel a little bit wet almost. Very metallic, very pigmented. I love all the shades in here. You do have a lot of browns. You can see they all, like all three of these have a very distinctly different undertone, and this is a dark color, but it's a dark brown, not a dark black. I really love this. I loved all the looks that I created with it, and it just works so well. Jared did sneak peek a spring palette, and I'm sure that won't launch until probably the beginning of the year. I will definitely be buying that, especially if the formula is anything like this, but the colors look beautiful, and hopefully it will be a better version of the Artist Couture Ethereal Bloom palette, which was terrible. But this is so good. I love that. That's a beautiful rosy tone neutral palette, which is what I love. I really like rosy neutrals or warm neutrals. I don't love cool tones on me unless they're purple or rose. I don't like more gray colors. I feel like they look messy on me and I have a hard time blending them. And I was about to start talking about another palette, but I had another tangent, which was that I slacked a little bit this past month, but before then I did a really good job of posting a lot of makeup of the days on my IGTV. That was inspired by my friend Holly Ann from Hoppy Next Door. I will have her channel linked down below. She posted some makeup of the days on her YouTube channel, and I love that idea because I want to show you guys my makeup. It has really encouraged me to try different things because I am showing it to you, but I don't want to actually film a tutorial. I basically want to just tell you what's going where. And I filmed a lot of IGTVs with a lot of these palettes, so I will have the links, remind me, okay? I will have the links down below in case you guys want to get some look inspiration. But this next palette is something that I bought because of nostalgia, but I actually ended up loving it. It is the ColourPop Lizzie McGuire What Dreams Are Made Of palette. And I created 3 different looks with this palette, but I used every single shade. So you've got greens, pinks and peaches, and purples. So I did a peach look, a purple look, and a green look. You guys, these actually worked really well. So the green had to be built up a little bit, but then it ended up working for me. It wasn't too patchy. These 2 shades here I used as like transition colors with all the looks. Really beautiful. I was very happy with the way that they showed up and performed. There is a pressed glitter in here, but it's not too flaky. I was able to work with it and it looked really beautiful. So I'm so happy about that. You guys, oh, there are 2 mattes with glitter in here, but you guys know I hate that finish, but they ended up working out pretty nicely for me. So I'm so happy that not only am I happy to have this palette because of the nostalgia, I actually love it. And I really loved the way that all 3 of the looks turned out actually. So I'll definitely have that linked for you guys. And this is at Ulta now. Wish I knew that, girl. Could have got a discount on it, and it was expensive because it's a collab palette. I think it was like 20 bucks, which is like, it comes with a mirror. Stop with a mirror. I want to save $2, you know what I mean? But definitely check it out. Get it from Ulta so you can use a coupon and get some Ulta points. Next is a palette that is so hard to open. I've never heard anybody mention that, so I actually think I got like a dud, but let me know. I hate it because it like messes up my nail polish, and I will be livid if I get my nail into a shadow. So this is the M Cosmetics Divine Skies palette in Magic Hour, and they have 3 now. I'm definitely interested in the other 2 shades. I have a rather hefty, because this brand's expensive, wish list for Black Friday this year because M Cosmetics like never goes on sale. Anyway, this is what the Magic Hour palette looks like, and you have, right, you have 3 mattes in here and 3 shimmers. I did like transition crease outer corner, and then I just switched out the shimmer. A very pretty easy everyday looks. You guys know I love some peachy peach eyeshadows, and these are very beautiful. I was happy with the way that they performed. It is probably not like my #1 eyeshadow formula. Nothing was wrong with it necessarily, but I feel like M Cosmetics is a brand like persona that I'm just like so interested in. I want to try one of everything. So if it was from another brand, I don't necessarily know if I would love it as much, but I think so because these are my kind of shades. I really love peaches. So that performed very well. Next is the palette I didn't think I initially loved, but when I look back on the looks I created with it, I love them and they work so well with my green eyes. This is the Juvia's Place Bronze Rustic palette. I keep trying to love the Juvia's Place formula and something about it, I just don't. So I feel like the mattes need to be built up, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And then the shimmers are so foiled and thick and kind of wet. I feel like they can crease on me. Well, not crease, they can transfer on me because I have hooded eyes, but I love the look that I created. Even this shade, I was intimidated by it, but I used like a fluffy blending brush, picked up just a little bit of product, and whew, I'll show you those two looks. I really, really loved them. So I really do recommend this palette. I've seen it on tan skin, like Karen Harris looks incredible on her. And because these have like some fun undertones to them, they're not so basic. This is really nice. I definitely like this. And again, you can get it on sale. Next is the Alamar Spanglish palette. This is so good. So it only has 8 shades, 4 shimmers, 4 mattes. I love that they do that with their palettes. And I do not like this matte. I just don't like that it's a little bit more of a cool undertone with the rest of these. I don't think it goes with it. Not the way I apply my makeup. I also don't like the undertone of this. This looks like Doritos. I wish the orange was a little bit of a different undertone. This matte peach is incredible, and this shimmer orange with like pink reflex to it, it reminds me of NARS Orgasm, except it's more of like a hot orange with a pink undertone than a hot pink with an orange undertone. These are very like creamy, very pigmented metallic shadows. I love the looks that I created with this. Again, I don't love those two mattes. I just wish they had a different undertone to them. The depth is fine. I like this one more than this one. I really don't like that color, but the hot pink I actually think is fine, but I love this shade and this shade the most, but that's really pretty. The purples worked out nicely. Performs very, very well. I would love to see them do more palettes. And then my last palette is the Kaleidos or Kaleidos. I don't know how to say it. I always like mix it up. This is the Club Nebula palette with Angelica Nyqvist. I did create 4 looks with this palette. They were all 4 recreations from her looks. And my favorite look, the one that I bought this palette for, was with this row, that peachy look she made. Incredible. So these mattes are pretty rich for me and pretty dark. I don't tend to go very dark, but they blended very nicely. I just use a little bit of product. Usually with really rich dark colors, they look patchy on me. I have a hard time blending them. I didn't really have trouble with these. And these shimmers, they all are like multi-dimensional duochrome shades. So depending on if you pair like this with something more blue or something more purple, it will pull different colors. And this Angelica had put over top of like the matte base, and it just changes, which is so cool. I love that. And I guess you can do that with other shadows too, but I hadn't really tried, but love. It made me feel so experimental and fun. Like the green look, I'm probably not going to wear that one too much, but I like it in general, but especially this peachy look. I created more of like a gray tone look, which I didn't like in person, but I liked the way it looked on camera. But this is just very fun, out of my comfort zone. Super happy I was able to get it and to support Angelica. It was pricey, but the formula is so good. It definitely makes me want to buy more Kaleidos palettes. It cut me off when I was talking about the Kaleidos palette. I was saying that I have the Sashimi City Futurism palette. I haven't used that one yet, but they discontinued a lot of them, and now they just have 3 other ones left. And then they have the Escape Pod. Depending on their Black Friday sale, I might get the rest. That's insane, right? Maybe I won't get the Escape Pod, but the others. We'll see. We will see. Let me know if you have them, what you think. So now I have 4 lip products. I feel like I don't often have lip product favorites, but these are all like beautiful shades, easygoing formulas, and I will swatch these. So the first one I also got from Look Fantastic. Again, it is Illamasqua. You can get 22% off with the code 22Heather. Will be linked down below. This is something that Kaki talked about. This is a Hydra lip tint, and this is in the shade Mocktail, which is a coral. So it's really cool because it's peach on the sides, and then you have that burgundy strip in the center. And Kaki tried this in a different shade, like a more cool tone color. And here's what that one looks like with a couple passes. You can see it has a beautiful shine to it. This is like a a tinted balm, but it actually has a good amount of color, especially for me because I have very lightly pigmented lips. This is not long wearing, but that is okay. I don't mind. I feel like it wears off gracefully. It's a really comfortable formula. I would definitely be interested in getting that other shade, that khaki light. I think there are 4 shades in this range. Really nice formula. Sometimes with things like this, I feel like they dry my lips out. Not this one. It's really nice, and I was worried it wouldn't fit in like a regular acrylic lipstick holder because it's a little bit thicker and square. Fits perfectly, thank you. Natasha Denona does not, which is so annoying. Next, I have something that I really love. This is the Rowan Kiss My Lips, something like that, liquid lip balm in the shade Charlie. It is the 2nd shade in the range. Again, I've heard Khaki talk about these. There are 3 shimmer glosses. Khaki said those are terrible, but the cream ones are really nice. And I got this from the BoxyCharm Facebook group for a really good price. I actually just bought a backup because I'm crazy, but I'm okay with that. And I did that because this is a very expensive gloss formula. So while I was still able to get it on sale, I was like, let me do that. Again, this is like a light medium opacity, which is perfect for me. I don't like full coverage glosses because I feel like it could be a little too messy and just be too thick. This is perfect. It does have a lightly, I'm a little stuffed up, so I can't tell that much. This has like a light minty scent. This is vanilla. This is lightly minty. I love this teardrop shaped applicator because it's so easy for me to kind of like line my lips and fill them in with this. I love this color. I'd be interested in the lighter shade as well, but only if I could get it really on sale. But this is a really nice formula. It is not sticky. It isn't too oily. It just feels so good. It is like a lip oil lip gloss hybrid. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. Next, I have a gloss that I didn't expect to love. I've had this for a little while. I may have mentioned it as a favorite last year. This is a Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Rosy Bronze. And I've only tried 2 of the shimmer shades so far. This does have like a large doe foot applicator, which is very nice. And this also has like a light medium opacity. This has a really pretty shine, and there is shimmer in here, but you can't really feel it on your lips, which is great. I definitely notice, and usually products irritate me more than others, and it's so beautiful. Also has a nice minty scent. It feels a little bit cooling on the lips, not tingly. I really like this. It just look at, like, this has more shine than any of them. It makes your lips look fuller. Beautiful wash of color. I really like this. It would be really nice with this eye look as well. When I'm wearing more warm tone eyes, I just think this is a really easygoing lip color. I love it. Then I have another gloss. This is a Maybelline Lifter gloss. This is in the shade Reef, which is a warm pink. These also have a large doe foot applicator. And while the other glosses are more of a light medium opacity, I would say this is solid medium leaning to a little bit more full coverage. But when I put it on my lips, it has a little less opacity than it does in my hand. So I'd say solid medium. And again, a really pretty shine. It doesn't feel too thick. It may be a little bit sticky, but not bad. It just helps it stay in place a little longer. It doesn't wear off in just a matter of minutes like some other glosses do with just talking. Really like this formula. I have another shade as well that I think is very pretty, but I like this one the best. So here are my lip picks. Just really lightweight, easygoing formulas. And then I have 2 nail polishes. These are not new. I just wore them and love them. And these are 2 Duochrome Polishes. The first is from 90 Lacquer. It's May 2016. This is a hollow blue, but it has a little bit of like a green reflect to it as well. And then this is from ColorClub. I bought this from Walmart. This is the color Supernatural, which is like a more green turquoise. I would not call it teal because teal is usually a dark shade. Really pretty, but obviously this is more blue, this is more green. Loved them so much. They both have a really, really nice formula, and they're very special polishes, so I would definitely recommend those. Next, I have a skincare product, which I never mentioned skincare, but this really stood out to me. So many people say you need to wear SPF every day. I never go outside, so do I wear SPF in the house? I do not. I feel it is a waste. Come for me, okay? I do. but I decided to try this one on a daily basis. I have used some other SPFs, like whenever I was going somewhere in the car, I was putting them on my face, on my body, but I've like, oh, SPF under my makeup, like I don't know. And I tried this. I love it. It is from Ulta. I will purchase it. It's $24 for the full size. I haven't tried using like a drugstore coupon on it to see if that works or if it's counted as a high-end brand. And I don't need any sunscreens right now because they do expire in a year. I have others I need to use up, but I will buy this. This is the Everyday Humans Resting Beach Face. Such a cute name. SPF 30 Sunscreen Serum. And I have been applying like my regular serum, moisturizer, and this on top of my moisturizer. It's a very lightweight, lotiony consistency that just blends into your skin really easily. I don't have any white cast. It isn't like a matte finish, but it doesn't make me extra greasy. It doesn't feel like SPF. It feels like skincare, and I have zero issues with it underneath of my makeup. So I was just so impressed by the texture and how it looked, how it wore underneath my makeup. So this is so good. I don't broad spectrum SPF. I know there's a difference between like chemical sunscreens, physical, chemical, mineral sunscreens. Is that even what it's called? I don't know. I know Sarah Rose did a video on it. I'll have to send her a picture of this and be like, what is this? Is this good? I don't know. I don't know anything about SPF. All I know is I like this and this will make me use SPF. So I feel like that's good enough. Whatever it will take. So I really, really enjoyed using that on my face. And next is, lastly, is a tool. This is from Shop Miss A. This is the AOA Studio Highlight Brush, the F19. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Highlight Brush. You guys, this is so good. It is so good at picking up really like any texture of highlight. And I use it today and just, you can use this to like pack it on, blend it out. I love this brush. And I am a little bit snobby sometimes, and I was like, I don't know, but I heard so many good things. I wanted to try it out. I'm interested in trying other brushes from AOA. This is so AOA. This is so good. I did do a whole review video on all the products that I tried from them a couple months ago. I will link that in the cards if you remind me. I know. And I love this. It's $1, I'm pretty sure. So good. You guys definitely need it. So every once in a while, they'll have where you get shipping for just $1, and that's the time to stock up on things. Or if you're just wanting to try a couple of things, that is the time to do it. And definitely pick up this brush if it's in stock. It's so good. So those are my beauty favorites, and I'm so excited that I have so many. It's very fun. So lastly, I wanted to talk about my random favorites. Wow. So the first thing on here is the Fatherhood movie with Kevin Hart. That's on Netflix. I watched it. I think it came out for Father's Day, which was such a long time ago. Landon was like very small, and I cried my eyes out. That was such an incredibly touching movie. I loved it so much. It is so well done. I'm sure you guys have all seen it by now. If you have not, you have to watch it. It is on Netflix. And then I have been listening to the same music since the pandemic started. Like, I've got my classic playlist I'd be listening to when I'm doing my work. And an artist that is like an Afrobeat artist is Coffee. She's a very young girl that makes incredible music with great beats. She's so talented, and you know, parts are in English, part is in another language I'm unsure of. And like all the comments are just like, wow, like you can make great music that's not about drugs, that's not about sex, there's not naked girls in the video. Like, her music is just so good. She's so talented. She has so many good songs. So I'm just going to look them up. I think I've mentioned one of her songs, Toast, before, but she has a song called Lockdown, W, Pressure, Burning, Rapture. I love all of those. She's featured on the song from Protege called Switch It Up. She's so good. I will have some videos linked down below. She is so talented. I love her music so much, and it's so different for me. And I like try to watch the lyric videos because I'm like, I know I don't speak that language, but I love to sing along to songs. I can't listen. I have to sing along. So her music is so good. She's so talented. And the other thing is something that I bought from Amazon like around Christmas time, and that was a ring light like a small ring light for your phone. Now let me tell you, the actual like legs of it are kind of crappy. I just keep it on my vanity, and that's what I've been using to film my IGTVs with my makeup of the day. It's so good. You can change the lighting setting. You like, it has a USB that you just like plug into a plug. I use the one that goes with my camera, and it works so well. Again, it's a little flimsy. It wouldn't be the best for traveling. Like, I could see it falling apart because it was so cheap, and I got mine on sale too, but I love it for the purposes that I use it for. It is so good. I think the lighting always looks great, way better than like overhead lighting from my room. So I've been loving it, as it has been an essential for my IGTV makeup of the day videos. So guys, this was my summer favorites. Again, thank y'all for being understanding of the lighting, and I know it may have changed a couple times throughout the video. I thought about restarting a couple times, but I feel like I've got like a good mood going. I like the way that I talked about the products, and I like to try to show my personality more in my videos, but I'm such a talker, which is hilarious because not in real life. I'm like a mute unless it's people I'm comfortable with. But, you know, I just have so much to say that my videos get really long, and I know a lot of us don't have very long attention span all the time, or like want to watch me for that long. Like, I get it. So I try to cut it down, which cuts out a lot of chit chat. So, and I'm talking with my hands. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I would love to hear what products you were loving this summer. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. Please remind me to link things that I probably have forgotten. And thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.